So they're trying to turn everyone. They've already turned people against men. Now they're trying to turn people against conservative women, of course. But do you know what's coming up after that? You know what they're going to do next? California should abolish. Oh, what the heck? Why did it reload? California should abolish parenthood in the name of equity. Oh, don't worry, LG. I've got an article on the After School Satan Club. We're gonna cover the After School Satan Club. This is how crazy effed up news is this week. They're attacking men. They're attacking women. They're attacking parenthood. They're attacking. There is an After School Satan Club that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna look at a professor that is so afraid of COVID he is wearing a space helmet. We've got lots of cool things coming up. We do. But first, we're going to talk about how parenthood is white supremacy, or at least trying to abolish it in the name of equity. Yes, Nat D, this is a true article. This is a real article. This is real. It was in the Ventura County Star. It's appearing on Yahoo News, but it was in local news in California. Let's see why we want to abolish parenthood. If California is ever going to achieve true equity, the state must require parents to give away their children. That really was the first sentence of this article. I'm going to make the font a little bit bigger. Let's just make the font a little bit bigger. Make sure you guys can all see this article in its true glory. If California is ever going to achieve true equity, the state must require parents to give away their children. Today's Californians often hold equity, the goal of a just society completely free from bias, as our greatest value. Governor Gavin Newsom makes decisions through an equity lens. Institutions from dance ensembles to tech companies have publicly pledged themselves to equity. But their promise are no match for the power of parents. Guys, if you know what the correct definition of equity is, please go ahead and chat it in now. When they say equity, what do they mean? Because it doesn't have anything to do with, financing a house. What do they mean when they say equity? Let's take a look on Odyssey. Let's take a look on Rockman. Hey, dude, bro, over on Odyssey. Thanks for tuning in. Ding, ding, ding. Equality of outcomes. Equality of outcomes. Equality of outcomes. Equality of outcomes. What does that mean? Communism. Well, I mean, socialism, communism. Really, they want communism eventually. I never in my life thought I would be one of those people that are like, this is a socialist agenda for a communist takeover of the United. I never thought I would be this person. These people drive me crazy, honestly. But in this case, it's actually not wrong. That's what that means. It means that they are shooting for equality of outcomes, which is but a hop, skip, and a jump away from, communism. Fathers and mothers with greater wealth and education are more likely to transfer these advantages to their children, compounding privileges over generations. As a result, children of less... Hang on, guys. Sorry, got a cough. COVID cough, COVID cough. Sorry about that. As a result, children of less advantaged parents face an uphill struggle, social mobility has stalled, and democracy has been corrupted. More Californians are abandoning the dream. A recent Public Policy Institute of California poll found declining belief in the notion that you can get ahead through hard work. My solution, making raising your own children illegal, is simple. And while we wait for the legislation to pass, we can act now. The rich and poor should trade kids, and homeowners might swap children with their homeless neighbors. Now, I recognize that some naysayers will dismiss such a policy as ghastly, even totalitarian. You think? You think? But my proposal is quite modest, a fusion of traditional philosophy and today's most common political obsession. In his Republic, Plato adopted Socrates' sage advice that children be possessed in common so that no parent will know his own offspring or any children his parents in order to defeat nepotism and create citizens loyal not to their sons but to society. Today, a policy of universal orphanhood aligns with powerful social trends that point to less interest in family. Californians are slower to marry and have fewer children. Our birth rate is at an all-time low. My proposal also should be politically unifying, fitting hand in glove with the most cherished policies of progressives and Trumpians alike. This guy is so deluded. He thinks that Trump supporters are just going to turn their children over to the state for reallocation. This is how unhinged. This is real, guys. This is real. This is not the Babylon Bee. This is not satire. This is a real story. This is a real op-ed. The left's indoctrination of anti-racism and gender identity in schools faces a bitter backlash from parents. Ending parenthood would end the backlash, helping dismantle white supremacy and outdated gender norms. Democrats also would have the opportunity to build a new pillar of the safety net, a child-raising system called foster care for all. Over on the right, Republicans are happy to jettison parents' rights in pursuit of their greatest passions, like violating migrant rights. Once you've gone so far as to take immigrant children from their parents and put them in border concentration camps, it's a short walk to separating all Americans from their progeny. Universal orphanhood. I'm not even doing any commentary on this article because, I just feel like it's so insane as it is. This is amazing. We just have to enjoy the spectacle. Universal orphanhood also dovetails nicely with the pro-life campaign to end abortion rights. In fact, a suggestion from Justice Amy Coney Barrett during a recent case that could overturn Roe inspired this column. She posited that abortion rights are no longer necessary because all 50 states now have safe haven laws allowing women to turn their babies over to authorities after birth. My proposal would merely make mandatory such handovers of babies to the state. Perhaps such coercion sounds dystopian, but just imagine the solidarity that universal orphanhood would create. Wouldn't children raised in one system find it easier to collaborate on global problems? Now, I don't expect universal support for universal orphanhood. A few contrarians, lost in the empty chasm between American extremes, might object to this rational proposal on emotional grounds. They might argue that pursuing your own conception of family is fundamental to freedom. Yeah, I would imagine they would argue that. I would imagine they would. They may also suggest that people don't really want to start or finish at the same point in life. They may even say that what we really desire is what the title orphan of the musical Annie demanded. I don't want to be another orphan, Mr. Warbucks. I wanted to believe I was special. But don't pay these critics any mind, just because they can't see how our relentless pursuit of equity might birth a brave new world. Brave New World, in this case, not just being a saying, but a pretty direct allusion to the book about a society that grows human beings and genetically modifies them based on their role that they're going to play in society. If you haven't read Brave New World recently, now might be the perfect time. Joe Matthews writes the Connecting California column for Zocalo Public Square. This article originally appeared in the Ventura County Star column, California should abolish parenthood in the name of equity. And if you think I'm not serious about this, look at where it comes up. That's the guy that wrote it right there. Abolishing Parenthood. You laugh now, guys, but would I be at all surprised to see this become a thing? Nope. Why? Because they are trying to what the woke are trying to do is to our destabilize every traditional system in our society. The woke hate families. Do you guys remember back like in early 2020 what Black Lives Matter website said? Does anyone remember what used to be on Black Lives Matter's website? They were directly attacking the traditional family unit. In their goals on Black Lives Matter, that's been removed since then, but back in early 2020, Black Lives Matter had on their website direct attacks on the traditional family unit. They want to destroy our entire system. This is why in every woke training that we watch on Happy Hour, we see an attack on capitalism. If they cannot build their little utopian socialist society while the traditional family unit is still in place. This is also why you guys think this is far-fetched. The teachers unions have basically been inserting themselves as substitute parents. The teachers believe that they are basically parents when your kids are in school. They believe that what they want to teach should trump the rights of what parents want taught in public schools. This is not that far away from other things that they're arguing. Like, we might read an article like this and laugh, and we should laugh. We absolutely should. We should make fun of it for all it's worth. But the fact is that this is actually a serious thing, too. It's really not that far away from things they're seriously pushing. Heather Homack says, as a foster care survivor, I went in trusting everyone and came out trusting no one. This idea is evil. It's evil for many reasons, Heather, but thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the support.